How you doing? Okay, so today I'm going to talk about opinions and assumptions. So let me start with a story. I got a particular story. It stems roughly about 10 years back. It probably could even be further, maybe 13 years back. And I remember at that time I had what you'd call a pop-up salon. And I was working with hair. I was actually a hair consultant, and I would go around. I had about 4 different locations across the UK, and I'd literally create a pop-up salon, and I would look after people that had got fine hair, thinning hair, lost their hair. So that's essentially what I did, and I would provide them with solutions such as wigs and toppers and all those sort of things. So that was what I was doing. Now, I recall a particular day. I used to work from inside an already existing salon, so I had a space in a salon that already existed. So it was not actually with my own name or anything like that. But this particular day, I had a client. It was a brand new client, never seen her before in my life. And I went to reception, as I normally would do. And I said hello, greeted her, and I brought her into my room, which is my clinic. So I asked her to sit down. Do you want any tea, coffee, or anything like that? She's like, no, I'm fine. So I was like, okay, good, because sometimes people can be really nervous when they first, come in for a consultation, especially because of the nature of the consultation. So we sat down, and like 2 minutes into us sitting down, actually less than that, it's probably like, 10 seconds. She was just looking around, and, I could just see her head going up and down, and she was just looking at the door, focused on the door. And I went and got all the consultation forms to start the consultation, and she was just looking at the door. And I was thinking, why is she looking at the door? Like, can she not see that I'm directly in front of her? And then after she looked at the door for a while and not said anything, because, I generally wait for them to settle themselves down, and then I would start the consultation. And then she looked at me, and she just said to me, is the consultant not coming? And I was like, what do you mean, is the consultant not coming? She goes, well, I had an appointment for 11:30, and I was just wondering if the consultant is still coming. And at that moment, I realized that she didn't realize that I was a consultant. And the assumptions that she made was, number one, she made 2 assumptions. The first one was that, number one, I didn't have enough knowledge, and number 2, I was far too young to be a consultant. And both of those were assumptions and opinions, and sometimes assumptions create an opinion, because just because I did not look how she expected me to look, created an opinion of she cannot be the consultant, and therefore she cannot have the knowledge. When I back and just said, hey, I am the consultant. And I have been in this profession for a long time, she suddenly started to calculate in her head and realized, she'd got it wrong. And incidentally, we were able to provide her with a solution, which she was happy with, and she's probably happy with till today. So the thing is that opinions and assumptions are very powerful weapons that can be used against you. And the further away the person is with an opinion, the less it impacts you, because you're like, well, you don't know. So I was like, well, you don't know me, so how could you know? Maybe if you'd done your research and searched me up, you probably would have found out. But if you'd got some knowledge behind it, maybe you'd have known. But because you didn't do that, you made an opinion of what you saw. And many people make opinions of what they see, how the situation looks like, what the person looks like. We make an opinion, and we form these opinions. And I don't so much think that there's a problem with an opinion. It's more when you believe that your opinion is the truth. Because when you believe an opinion is the truth, the force at which that opinion comes at somebody, it's almost like a powerful kind of energetic force in the direction of another person. Now, I had another story where, actually this happened recently, and I pulled up at a petrol station to get some petrol, actually diesel, to my car, and there was a guy behind the till as I was about to pay, and he just simply said to me as he was taking my money, he says, business or holiday? And I was like, excuse me? And he's like, are you going on a business trip or are you going on holiday? And I had to kind of like catch my thought for a moment because I was confused, because I was like, actually, in my head, I was like, I'm doing both. I'm going on a business trip and at the same time, I'm taking some time out and I'm having a holiday. But sometimes people want to put you in a corner, so it's like it's either A or B. Why is it not both? I'm like, why is it not both? Why can I not be going on a business trip and having a holiday at the same time? Why do I have to choose? And what you find is subconsciously you're being narrowed down and put into a box because it fits the world of the other person. Now, I always say, do I have to fit inside this box? Or do I even want to fit inside this box? Or was I created for this box in the first place? Because if I allow myself to fit inside somebody else's box, which is not my box, then it means that I'm living somebody else's life and not my own life. So there was transformation thought in that, where I realized that actually, I have to stop accepting other people's opinions of me. Now, what does that mean? Because other people's opinions, they're not the truth. They are not the truth. All they are is simply an opinion. And I guess we've got to a point where somehow another person's opinion has the power to kind of make us feel good, elevate us, or drop us like a bomb and make us feel really, really crap about ourselves. Like, how did that happen? Why does that happen? Why do we allow that to happen? And I feel like there is something there in relation to, we just don't know the truth. And that is why in the Bible, God says, know the truth and the truth will set you free. Because when you know the truth about yourself, then it doesn't really matter about an opinion that somebody has. You can shrug it off because you know it's just an opinion. But when you don't know the truth about yourself, what tends to happen is you take on board that other person's opinion of you, and then you walk in that opinion. But that opinion is not the truth. It's got nothing to do with you. It is just an opinion. So I've learned to do 3 things, and I want to help somebody today. So if you are walking in somebody else's opinion and it is not your truth, you might want to start to make a shift. Because first of all, you got to know, well, what is the truth about me? Who actually knows who I am? Because it's only the person that's created you that knows the truth. Everything else is just an opinion. And I'll give you another example. Like if you Google, I own a company called Ultrands, and basically that we create the lightest hair volumizing system for people that have got fine thinning hair. That's what we do. But I created it, so I say it, and I make that statement. If you Google what is the lightest system in the UK, Ultrands comes up fair amount towards the top. Why? Because I created it and I've said it. But you may look at somebody's website and go, oh, yeah, they've got Ultrands and they're saying that that is the lightest solution, the lightest system in the UK. How do you know if it's true? How do you know if it's somebody's opinion? How do you know they're not just saying it so that they can get you to buy the product? How do you know? The only way you know is, number 1, by checking the source, who's created it, seeing what they say about the product, and then testing it. Testing it. Are there testimonials? Are there truths around it? Have people actually physically witnessed that that is the case? So, how we know the truth about us is by actually asking the creator, going to the source, going to the creator. And who is the creator? The creator of heaven and earth? Now that's the question. Do you know the creator? Do you? Do you know who's created you? Because when you know who's created you, then you can take everything, every opinion to the creator of heaven and earth, the creator of you, the person, the God that knew you before you were in your mother's womb. That creator that fashioned you and already had a purpose for your life, that creator. When you take it to your creator, then you'll know the truth. And then you'll know that an opinion is just an opinion. Does it align with what God has said about you? So I'm going to give you 3 things today. Whenever somebody says anything about me, I have learned this, and I have learned this, and God has spoken to me about it, and he has shown me through so many different ways. Pray about it. First of all, whatever the situation is, don't try to rebuff it, and also don't accept it. Whatever it is, whatever anybody says about you, whether good or bad, and this is the thing, because sometimes we like it when somebody says something good about us, like, yay, they've said something great about us, but it may not also be the truth. It might seem like it's the truth because it sounds great, but it might not be the truth. On the other hand, somebody might say something really detrimental to you, like you'll never achieve anything, or you can never climb above this ladder, or ABC is better than you, or who do you think you are? All your stuff that you're creating is crap. People can say all the kind of stuff. It's a big spectrum. They can say wonderful things about you, and they can say really horrible things about you. But it's not for you to accept them, and it's not also for you to reject them at that point. The very first thing you do is you take those opinions to your creator, and you ask him, tell me the truth. What is the truth? I want to know the truth. And God will tell you the truth. And in fact, God has been telling you the truth for over 2,000 years. Where is the truth? It's in the Bible. God has been telling you through the Bible the truth every single day. And if you want to know the truth about your life, pick up the Bible. Just start to read it. And you will start to see the truth that God has said in general about us. For God so loved the world is us. God so loved the world that he gave his only son, that whoever will believe in him will have everlasting life. And then number 2 is whoever has said whatever about you, go and bless them. Bless them. Because once God has told you the truth, then you bless them. Why? Because when you bless, you are blessed yourself. And also it means there is no unforgiveness in your heart. And once you've done that, then let go. Those 3 things. First of all, take it to God. Ask God to reveal the truth in it. Because sometimes some people will say something and there is an ample of truth in there. Ask God to reveal the truth. Once God has revealed the truth, accept the truth of God. Because he knows who you are, and he knows why he's created you. So accept the truth of God. Then bless the other person. The person that has come with their opinion, whatever that opinion is, good or bad, bless them so that there is no unforgiveness in you. And then let go. So accept, bless, let go. Accept, bless, let go. And then you can start to walk in your truth. And that's it. It's as simple as that. You no longer need to be angry. You no longer need to just sit there and go, I reject it, when secretly you've accepted it. Do those 3 things and you will find the more closer you get to your truth, the more you will know who you are through Christ. That's it for today. So, have a great day. I want you to know that God loves you. Yes, he loves you. He loves you. He loved you before you were even in your mother's womb. He loved you before your parents knew you were on the way. He loved you, he loves you, and he will always love you. I want you to know that. And I also want to bless you. Whoever you are watching me, I want to bless you and I want to thank you I want to thank you. And I want to let you know that I love you. Have a great day. Bye.